Greetings from Revealing the Hidden. We are here back again for the next episode of Body Shaming. So last week we had dealt what is body shaming and how I am affected by body shaming and why public is making body shaming on each and every one of us. And today we are going to discuss how we can tackle in our everyday life. So the question goes to Nelson again.
Yeah. So
How we can tackle in a daily basis.
I would say, the best way to tackle it would be being empathetic towards somebody else's situation. You put yourself in their shoes. Think about how they would feel from your perspective.
Yes.
And I know sometimes it happens in the heat of the moment, but we need to realize that they could affect them badly.
Right.
And I think the best way to go about it would be to put yourself in their shoes and realize what you're doing is not correct. And that's how you improve yourself as well, as a person.
Right.
So I think the best way would be to show empathy. Yep.
Yes, Nelson, you spoke on that, but I would like to categorize the tackling of the scenario in two ways. That is, if I tease someone, your answer is perfect. That is, I should put myself in their place and think, then tease. So to tackle first thing, if I am a person who teases others, stop teasing others, because
Right.
that is a habit which is not acceptable. Actually, in our family, it is supposed to be taught all children that do not tease anyone for each and everything, because you are inculcating negativity into the next person's
Correct.
life.
You need to learn to respect
Yes.
others for what they are.
If you
how they
know
are.
to respect another person, you will never tease that
Exactly.
person. So that I would say something to do with parenting, because I am
Parenting.
more into parenting aspects. So this is one-sided thing. If I'm a victim of being body shamed for my looks or whatever, I need to understand who I am. So
Correct.
the first thing is I need to accept what I am. If I'm fat, if I'm thin, if I'm short, if I'm tall, if my thighs are big, or I have a button nose, whatever I am, I need to accept who I am. So that is the first way I can deal with the kind of body shaming others are bringing on to me.
Agree.
And the second one is, who is there in this world whom I can compare and say that is correct and I am wrong? I'm less than that person. So understand, this is something, some fictions has been kept that the celebrities who are thin or masculine in nature are the model I should look up to. So that also I can put in myself. See, if I teach someone, they may not be able to understand.
Correct.
But if I am able to understand, this is the fact that I should not look at what Kareena or Karishma and say that she is correct, or Salman Khan and say that he is the right person. No, I need to understand, as long as I'm healthy, I can live a normal life or better life
I
than
agree.
him or her.
I agree.
The third thing is, as we already discussed, that people stop eating food, or we can say the dieting part or keto diet to reduce their weight, because the obese people or the people those who are healthy are really teased knowingly or unknowingly, or that body shaming is inculcated in me because of the media, because media always shows women beautiful, thin and fit. So I need to make sure that is not exactly for what I have. That is not my cup of tea. If I want to reduce my weight, it is nothing to do with someone else teasing me.
Correct.
I need to understand I should be healthy and I can be in that particular line. So it should not be a pressure on me.
Correct.
Actually, the social pressure or the peer pressure is putting more efforts on me to defame myself in my own personality. The next point I would like to add on how to tackle is, we need to see who is insulting me or who is teasing me. There are two categories of people we have in our life. Are the people who is inside my closed space or my personal space, and the people who's outside the personal space. The people who are inside the personal space is my father, mother, my sibling, my husband. or my children is also inside the personal space. Rest everything should be out of my personal space so that their word should not affect me. And I would say if our parents are not insulting from childhood, I never be bothered about my looks if someone else is not putting that particular concept in me. If there are parents who's telling try to reduce your weight, you need to get married and you should look fit, so this kind of things, I don't know why parents speak about it. That is some immature behavior they're still carrying, but we need to understand we should not carry forward for our children whatever they are. As long as they are my children, I need to accept, because it is my gene going in him or her. So accept it is my body. So the second thing is, if my spouse or my lover is telling that understand what is in his mind, he is loving me for my body shape or is he hating me because I'm fat? So this kind of conversation need to be kept in clear lines, that these are not entertained.
Correct.
Because you have no authority to insult me.
Correct.
So this kind of things I need to make sure that I make it clear. No one in this world can put me down.
True.
Because if I'm looking beautiful, if I'm staying thin, these things are only first appearance thing. It is more your work profile or your way you work and the consistency of your work, or the way you are dealing with other members in the team, how peaceful is your family. These things play a better role than talking or being insulted on your shape and size.
Correct. I absolutely agree. I think awareness plays a very important role in situations like this. If you look at how it is from a very young age, I would say parents play a very important role.
Right.
We are taught as children that we need to be better than them.
Right.
It's a very
Yes.
Indian way of thinking, I would say.
Yeah.
And I think we would all be victims of that.
Right.
At some point in time, our parents have compared us to
Yes.
some other children.
Right.
They'd probably say something like, you need to be better than them, or they'd compare you to them by saying, see how he's doing that, why can't you be like him, which probably negatively affects you. You think something's wrong with you, and that's how it as you grow, it plays on your mind, and then you probably you become someone who makes fun of others, or as someone who's affected by it and you cannot take it.
Right.
So we need to realize that these awareness is a very important aspect, and people need to be aware, and I think that's how it should be. When you want to become better and stop body shaming.
Yes. So as you rightly said, this comparison and judgment,
Correct.
which is very untold from the beginning of our childhood,
Correct.
and it is continuous till we die.
Correct.
So we actually need to cut off the unseen roots of all these things from our life, so that I'll be conscious on what I am and I'll not do to my children or the people around me. So this way I think that has something to do with self-awareness and making my self-esteem intact, so that I am able to face the world better.
Absolutely.
Next, actually, I want to touch a little more in depth. Spiritually, if we speak, you have anything to add on? Is body shaming correct, or should we go for it?
So, of course, body shaming is wrong. And if you look into the Bible, it says we were all created in God's image.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter if you're thin or fat or dark or fair, or you need to realize that, and you need to respect each other for what they are, how they are, and out of respect is you create that bond, you become empathetic towards the other person, you realize, and it's all about respecting and putting yourself in their shoes in order for you to know what the other person is going through, and you support them. If someone's facing an issue, like say they're fat, instead of making fun of them, why don't you tell them what to do? Why don't you help them in reducing their weight? You could give them an exercise program, or you could tell them the kind of food they need to eat. Or if someone's thin, and instead of making fun of them, how about you tell them what to do? How about teaching them how to exercise and the kind of food that you need? Instead of making fun of them, let's support each other, let's help each other to grow, and that's how we could probably tackle this problem.
Very good, Nelson. What I would like to say is, in the first book, Genesis itself, it's written, God made man and woman according to his image or according to his likeness.
Absolutely.
And in the Bible, from the first chapter to the last chapter, God never teased anyone on his appearance.
Absolutely.
Even Jesus came to this world. Jesus never told, look my body and have a body like me. Never.
True.
So understand, body is the least important thing what Bible speaks, because we have nothing else to compare. To have anything to the best, we need to have some judgment or evaluatory points and say that this is best. But the world is simply showing some other boy and girl who's undergone a lot of surgeries or taking drugs to maintain their shapes and looks. They are not the right people to look up, and I say I need to grow up to them. So I would say Bible really plays an important role, where the body is the last thing I need to be considered, and the spirit what I have in me should be considered more.
Absolutely.
In another passage it's written that physical training is needed. God is never against physical training. God never tell that you eat, you don't do exercise. Nothing is told. You can do everything. It's good that you be fit, because as you are increasing in your age, you will be away from all kind of sickness. So good is the physical training, but it is more important to train your spirit.
Correct.
Because we have something to do with spirit. I have love in me, then only I can love you. If I have sympathy or empathy or what, the kindness, then only I can share it to someone. It is nothing to do with my looks. My looks cannot be shared with the second party. I can share with another person what good values I am carrying. And another part, Bible says that you are wonderfully and with much utmost care you are made, and you are like the apple of the eye. This is the way God is talking about you and me.
Correct.
And God never told you that you are less than the other person. God never compared one man to the other man. So I would say Bible is the right book to make us understand that what we are or what the value we have, and this will help us to make our self-esteem always good and can be used in its utmost level.
Absolutely.
So hope we have spoken well on this particular topic. So anyone who is affected by the act of body shaming by anyone else, understand you are the best, and they have no right to speak anything on your looks or the structure what you are in. So I think you need to be happy whatever shape and size you are in, and be good enough at your work, and what is given to you, use your talents to the best. So we are winding up the session, and we'll hope to see you soon in the coming week. Thank you.